Alright, welcome to my How Is It Reactive video. So in this episode, I'll be covering the Snow Patroller skin's backbling, which is called the CRYO Chamber. So we've got a real pickle Rick on our hands here because no one seems to know what this does. So I typed this into YouTube and not a single video popped up. Well, I take that back. One did pop up and it was a review of this skin, but it was like 10 seconds of him talking and saying, I don't know what the backbling does. And then the rest was just gameplay, and it was just normal footage, like a actual match. Nothing about an actual review or what this backbling does. So this is going to be the first video on YouTube about what this CRYO Chamber does. So it says, put them in the deep freeze, part of the Polar Ace set, and then react it. So if we zoom in here, you can see that on the left is a snowflake, and there's a light blue indicator there. In the middle, it's kind of a mix, almost like a pinkish color. And on the right is a deep red and a picture of a flame. So obviously it shows some kind of hot and cold, but I don't know what it looks like normally. I don't know if this is what it normally looks like or if it's just one solid color and then it changes. So we're gonna test this out. I am very curious, but the skin itself is the Snow Patroller and he's 1200 and like I said, part of the Polar Ace set. So let me show you what I've done here. I checked and there is a few other skins in the set, but none of them have a pickaxe, none of them have a glider, and there's no rep either. So I basically went through and looked for Frozen series items. I have the Frostbite Cane, which I thought would go good, and then Raven's Frozen Glider, which is awesome, and then I went with the Snowflake Wrap. So we've got a Snow Patrol setup for the Snow Patroller. Let's see what this CRYO Chamber backbling does though. Whoa, why is it dumping me over Holly Hatchery? If you've watched any of my review videos, it always puts me over Dirty Docks. What's going on here? Did they mess with my settings or something? Look at that. Somehow Holly Hatchery got taken over a little bit more while I've been gone at fair. So let me just land here. We'll take a look at it. I'm going to grab a weapon too. So it's a little hard to see right now, to be honest. I really can't tell what I'm looking at. We're going to have to go into replay mode. But right now it looks like it's a little more in the red zone. But again, it's really hard to see. Let me do a dance and see if anything happens. It's so small. If that little bar that's animated is what really is reactive, then it's so hard to see. Okay. Well, let me deal some damage to this guy, see if anything happens. It doesn't appear to have moved. Let me take some damage. Hit me! Here I am! Whoa, not that much. Did that do anything? Again, we're going to go into replay mode. I'm just trying to see if it did anything there. Okay. Well, we took some damage, so that's good. Because now I can hop on a campfire and see if that does anything. Now, of course, we're going to check day and night as well. So it's almost nighttime, which is good. Let's go to a campfire while we wait. Alright, so here's a campfire. Oh, wait. It's black now. Why is it turning black? There's a black indicator on the right. That's weird. It was red. Well, what in the world? And now it's not really moving as much. Okay, let's light this campfire and stand on it. Well, hold on. Let's get some health first. Wait. Oh, yeah, you can't burn in Battle Lab. I forgot. Well, now it looks way more black. Okay, we're going to let it fade out and see if that indicator goes down. Well, what is going on here? That black bar is taking over the back of it, so clearly it's doing something. I wonder if this is correlating with the sun going down. Interesting. Hold on, we'll see. It's about fully nighttime. Yeah, you can see that it's a black bar now. Okay, we'll give it a second. And again, I will go into replay mode and we'll check this out more closely because I'm very confused as to what's going on here. All right, so here comes the full nighttime effect. And now we have a full black bar. Interesting. So does it tell you when it's night and day? Does that mean it's nighttime? I thought it was going to show hot and cold, but that does not appear to be the case, at least from what I'm seeing here. And you can see the backbling does light up just a little bit, so that's kind of cool. But no longer do you have half red and half light blue. Now you just have a solid black bar. Interesting. So we're just going to leave it here a minute and we'll see what happens when the daylight comes out. I kind of want to try a campfire in a real match because, like I said, you can't burn anything in Battle Lab. But we'll keep an eye on it as we wait for daylight. So I'm assuming when the moon goes away and the sun comes up, that black bar is going to diminish and maybe we'll just get another color, hopefully. We'll see. All right, so now the sun is coming up. I do see a little bit of blue coming back. Let's see if that overtakes the entire black bar. Looks like we have a little bit of red now, probably because it's midday. So the higher the sun is, the hotter it's going to be, I assume. So right there, it looks like it's fully red now, but the blue is kind of weeble wobbling as well. So is that all this is? A temperature gauge, basically? The higher the sun is, the hotter the temperature is, and then at nighttime, obviously when the sun goes down, it gets cold, and thus a black bar? That's so weird. Now, someone told me that if you go to a mountain, it'll turn cold. So let's test that theory real quick. Let's go to one of the snow-covered mountains and see if it instantly turns that black bar, aka cold. All right, here we go. So you can see that it's still red. So we're going to approach this snow-covered mountain and see if it instantly turns to that black color. Or maybe even all blue. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it sure did. Look at that. So it instantly turned that black color because we are up here. Now wait a minute. Let's just walk down and see if it changes. Okay, still black. It kind of breaks it now because now it won't change back. It's just stuck on that fully black bar. Let's see. Is there a hot area on the map? So it's been stuck on fully black ever since I went up into that frozen mountain. So let's go into a real match and I'll try a campfire and stand on the fire. Let's try that real quick. Alright, so it's fully black right now, and I assume that's because it's nighttime. Unless it's still glitched from the Battle Lab match, but I doubt that. Alright, let's do this campfire real quick. So you can see right now it's a little bit blue. How about when we light this? Nothing right there. Let's stoke it and then stand on top of it. Here we go. Nope, that is not turning it red like I thought. Interesting. Well, let's catch a few trees on fire and see what that does. I doubt it's going to do anything since we were just in the heat. Nope, nothing there either. Well, that's strange. So if you go to a cold mountain, it completely gets cold, but there's no hot zone on the map, apparently. But a fire won't turn it hot. Okay, so we're in replay mode now, and as you can see, there is an indicator right here. And this is when I first landed in Battle Lab. So it was completely neck and neck, I guess. You can see it's animated. But I guess it's half red and then half blue and a little bit of white or pink in the middle. Okay, so here's where it was getting close to nighttime. And let me just turn it on normal and we'll play it. You can see that the redness has gone away and this blackness is overtaking it. So as the sun goes down and the nighttime arises, the black bar will overcome, I guess. And even when I stood on the fire, it didn't do anything. Alright, so I've got it sped up here, and we're going to see as the nighttime comes, that black bar is just going to overtake what's left of the light blue here. Let's take a look. And there it went down quick. Now it should come back up quick as well. But as you can see, it's just completely black now. There's nothing. So it remains that way the entire night. I mean, it's not moving at all. And I'd say the night is 50% over already. And again, I've got this on 4 times the speed. Okay, so here comes the sun back out. We got a little bit of blue there. And then as the sun goes up, the red will start to show, and the black bar will cease to exist. So in this regard, it's almost like a night and day indicator, which is kind of dumb, to be honest, but it's supposed to be a hot and cold. Now obviously it's going to be the hottest when the sun is right above you, and that's the case right here. You can see that it's fully red now, which is cool, I guess. But you could also just look up and see that it's midday. So that's basically all it does, but as I showed you, regardless of where it's at, if you go to a snow-covered area, it will go completely jet black as if it's nighttime. So let me just show you that real quick. So as you can see, as soon as I hopped out, I didn't even have to touch the ground. As soon as I hopped out, it was just completely jet black in the icy tundra over here. And then after that, it never went back to warm. Regardless of the time of day, it just stayed just like this. So I don't know if it's glitched or what, but if you go to a cold area, it will show jet black like that, and it'll never go back to the heat for some reason. I mean, everything that it tells you, you already know. If it's nighttime, you'll know it by the darkness. If it's daytime, you'll know it by the sun being out. I mean, what is this supposed to tell you? Now, obviously, back in Chapter 1, we did have some hot areas, such as the volcano. So I guess if you went there, maybe it would turn that red color. If you went to Polar Peak, for example, it would turn cold, because this skin did come out in Chapter 1. But in Chapter 2 here, there's not really any warm areas on the map that I can think of. I mean, I looked, I couldn't find anything. And even standing on a campfire did jack squat. So, interesting. But there you go. That's all there is to it for this cryo chamber backbling. Again, pretty much useless. But if you find any other things that it can do, let me know in the comments, I guess. But pretty lame in my opinion. All that work for nothing, basically. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is tabortime.